Hey everybody, it's Brooke with the Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we're going to cook up a delicious and nutritious breakfast. We're going to share with you our healthy frittata with mushrooms, peppers, and bacon. You will not want to miss this. It says it's for breakfast, but it's really great for any time of the day, so stay with us. Okay, so what I have done ahead of time is I have taken 6 to 8 pieces of bacon and I have crumbled and I have cooked it and left it over to the side to drain. Now, I drained it and got the bacon grease out and I'm using avocado oil, but you can also certainly use the grease from the bacon drippings as well. Either one will work just fine. So we're going to do this over medium to or low to medium heat, and we're just going to heat that oil up. Now here I have 1 poblano pepper seeded and diced, and then I have 4 ounces of mushrooms that I have cleaned and diced. And once that oil comes up to heat, we're going to just add those directly to the pan. Carefully so that I don't make a mess, which is very likely to happen. We are talking about me here. Why else would I call it my messy kitchen? And we just want to give those a toss and let them cook in that avocado oil over low to medium heat just until they soften and brown just a bit. Okay, in a large bowl, I have 8 eggs, and I'm just going to kind of break them up just a little, just to kind of get things started. Break those yolks up real good. Now to this, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And just get those whipped in together. Making sure that those egg yolks and whites are fully incorporated together. My peppers and mushrooms are just about where I want them. I see a white right there, so I'm gonna just whip that in. Okay. Now we're going to add in 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, more or less to your liking, and about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and about 1/4 teaspoon of Cajun or Creole seasoning. More or less to your liking too. We want this to have a ton of flavor, so we're going to add in a good bit and just get that whisked in. Here I have about 1/4 cup of chopped fresh basil, and I'm going to go ahead and add that in excuse me, with my mushrooms and my pepper so that it can become fragrant. And I got my heat on low. And here I have about 4 ounces of fresh mozzarella, and I'm just going to break it up. You can chop it up if you want, but I kind of like big and little pieces, so this is kind of a rustic frittata. So breaking it up in my mind just kind of makes it. Now I'm going to turn my heat off temporarily just so I can distribute everything around. And you'll notice that I've lifted it off of the eye. It's still good and hot though, so Now I'm going to take my egg mixture and pour it evenly over the top, moving it around to kind of get it back situated. Now I'm going to turn my heat back on low to medium, depending on your stove. And I've got a spatula here, and I'm just going to kind of lift things up a little to let those eggs get underneath that cheese and the peppers and the mushrooms, because we just want it to kind of set here. We want all of our veg to kind of be on top, so I'm not really moving it around a whole lot. And now I have some cubed Havarti cheese, and I'm just going to kind of break it up and sprinkle it over the top. That's why it's a cheesy frittata. Probably about 2 ounces is what I've got here. And then we're going to crumble that bacon on top. And an even layer, and we're going to just allow this to just set up around the edges on low heat for just a minute. Then we'll transfer this to a 350-degree oven from anywhere from about 6 to 8 minutes, just until that top is no longer wet. Then I'll turn the broiler on medium and just brown the top so that that cheese can get browned and it's pleasing to look at. Then we'll come back, top it with dried parsley, and then we'll cut it and we'll serve it. So stay with us. Okay, everybody, we are back. So we finished our 6 to 8 minute cook time, and then just for 1 or 2 minutes, I just turned the broiler on and let it just brown on top. Let's take a look at it. So then I let it sit for just a second, and then I took my spatula and I went around the edges and got it loose in the pan, and then slid it out onto a serving platter, and it is gorgeous. I mean, I think we all can agree. So now I'm just going to top it with some dried parsley. Now you can use fresh if you'd like, or some other type of herb maybe that goes along with what we've used thus far. But most people have dried parsley flakes on hand, so this is a good option just to add just a little green to the top. So let me get a plate, and we're going to cut a piece. And I like to cut it quiche style or pie style, however you want to look at it. And just get it up onto the plate. So we had a big cheese string right there. But first of all, it's gorgeous. It's cooked all the way through. You can see those flecks of cheese, and it's kind of hard to see it on the video, so you can go to the post that's linked here, and I'll have some really good pictures of the inside. But it's gorgeous. Now, let's let it cool for a second. I'll take my time getting my fork. So it'll have time to cool. But I am going to actually, because I've got to take pictures, so you'll just have to forgive me. I'm going to take a bite off of, well, no, I'm not. I'll take a bite off that one, because I can take my picture. I want my pictures of it, of whole, and then just a piece cut out. So we'll sacrifice another piece for photos. And I believe it's cooled enough that maybe I can take a piece off that edge, because I know it's got mozzarella and Havarti in it. And it's cool. So we're going to talk about how good this is for you. It looks really decadent while this cools. It looks really decadent with all of that other stuff, and certainly you can use turkey bacon as an alternative instead of using real bacon like we did. But there's so much protein and healthy fat in this. If you start your day with breakfast with this, you'll be a champion all day long, right? So maybe it's cool enough. We'll see. There's just something about those eggs and that heavy cream. Oh my. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. I may hide this from Big D and put it up all week for me for breakfast. But this is a great breakfast. It's also a great meal any time of the day. This would be a fantastic brunch or lunch, or even it would be great to have as a quick supper. It feels fancy pants, but it was really easy to whip up, and you don't even have to use that fresh mozzarella like I used. You can buy the cube mozzarella just like we did with the Havarti and use it in the same manner. If you don't have fresh herbs, they're easily found. Basil is very popular and can often be found in the produce section of your supermarket. So this is a great, simple, yet fancy pants breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, whatever meal you need it to be. It's quick, it's simple, it's delicious, and it's very filling, and it's good for you. So you can find this recipe just like all of our others over at thebutteredhome.com. We hope you'll give us a visit and give it a try and love it as much as we do. Make sure that you're following us on all of our social channels. We have a really good time and we want you with us wherever we are. You never know when I'm going to pop in and make a mess. And you don't want to miss that, I promise. Laughter is the best medicine. And as always, if you want all of our videos in one convenient place, head over to YouTube, search for The Buttered Home, and when you find us, hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so that you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Y'all, it's breakfast time here, and Big D's gonna be a happy man. He loves eggs and bacon, and this is a nice fancy way to have it. Wouldn't you agree? From all of us here at The Buttered Home to your home, we sure love y'all. Bye.